Hello, fellow compatriots. This is your host, Richard Heron, and today we will be doing a build live. Yes, that's right. We're going to be doing building some Fem Mocs. I did promise to you, chat, that I will be building some Fem Mocs, and we will be doing that today. Rest assured, that is going to be the goal. And also, if you are a time traveler watching this from the future, you may or may not see me build a set live on stream. A set that is sealed. So we're going to be doing that live. And that will be lots of fun, in my honest opinion. So we're going to be doing that now, of course. Let me just unplug this here. I was initially going to be working on setting up another camera. I got a new filming setup that I want to try, and we're going to see how well it goes. It might not go too well, but you know what? We're here. We're trying new things. And we're making them interesting. And that is like the most important thing right now. Let me go ahead and set everything up over here. Now, I got everything relatively close to me, so there shouldn't be any issues at all. Again, this is going to be a new filming setup. And also because I wanted to showcase how absolutely fabulous I am today. So we're also doing that. That is going to be an option. All right, let me go ahead and share it to the Discord server, because in case if it does not go through. There we go. There we go. Let's see if that will work. Okay, and I'm gonna close and see if we can get more people on board. Now, without any further ado, let me get all the builds that we did last time. And of course, we're going to be doing some voting as well. So let me go ahead and set that up before we get started here. Honestly, I wait a minute. Let's start a poll. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be doing like a voting thing as well. So we got I would say a guy, and we're gonna do I forgot what they were called. So we're gonna, there we go, and now we're gonna actually turn on the camera. Here goes nothing. There we go. Now, we're live. We're doing this live. This is as live as it gets. I noticed there was, like, some, like, confusion in that regard in terms of, like, okay, what's going on here? What's my facial reactions? Oh my gosh, another build? So this is very evil guy. He is very evil. He is as evil as they come. And this is a really good guy. He is like the most goodest of guys. He's just a really good guy. And this is Spunktilla, this Rahi thing that I made. Now we are going to be, of course, working on some a FemMoc. We're working on a FemMoc with jiggle physics. I did say that we would make a mock with jiggle physics, and we're kind of there. It's I don't ask. Oh my gosh. But yes. The Candace Terminal says, "Hey, hello, welcome." Yeah, if I'm looking off in the camera, I'm talking to you, and then when I'm talking to everybody else, it's right here. It's an awkward placement. It could be better, but I want everybody to see the builds because I do not get a second camera. If you go ahead and help out with you guys want to help out with donations, that is also great too. So we're gonna go ahead and of course there are gonna be some builds that we're gonna open up that were originally sealed, and we'll be opening them up because I got a substantial haul that I picked up recently. Well, not recently, but over time. And I have been building with Lego ever since I would say I was like 4 or 5 years old. Like, I started with Duplo and then Bionicle immediately after that. There was no... Like, I played with Duplo for a little bit and then, boom, Bionicle. And then maybe a Spider-Man set here and there because the movie came out in 2002. Not to out myself or anything. Definitely not to out myself. Okay. I thought I could be stealthy, but turns out I cannot. I cannot at all. But hey, we're doing this. We're doing this together. And I'm setting up all these builds. Same, I think I was sick. Oh, yeah, that's great. How are you doing, Chaos Terminal? But yeah, so, we're gonna be working on this this FemMoc, because Bionicle female Bionicle Mocs are a interesting breed, to put it lightly, in Bionicle fan circles. They tend to be like more male perspective focus in most cases, and I have never been the one to like really go, it's like, yes, we're gonna go ahead and do the massive items top and bottom. No, because it didn't make sense. These are Bionicle characters. They're not like humans. They wouldn't have the same biology as humans. They're not mammals. I view them more as insectoids. Because they're like biomechanical with the hard shell on the outside and the gooey bits on the inside. That's what a Bionicle is. They're not robots. And those that think they are robots, you know, that's also fair. Some of them were robots. And, coincidentally, they also wouldn't have the same reproductive organs as a mammal. But we're doing it anyways because, well, the last time I did it was, I would say, maybe just about like 6 years ago. And that is great to hear, Chaos Terminal. But yeah, so I was like 6 at a time. It was crazy. And let's see here. I got pieces. I was hogging them. Let me. Yeah, don't mind the bag. Don't mind the bag. It was... I'm not sponsored. If Hot Topic did sponsor me, that would be funny as hell. Hot Topics, please sponsor me, and I can go ahead and do, like, showcase your makeups and stuff like that. I heard they're really good. Do it. Do it. Sponsor me. I'm just kidding. Don't sponsor me. I play with Legos almost all the time. I'm not too sure if that will even qualify. But we will do it together. And now, because I showed my face, now, again, on the internet, I can take out that makeup tutorial video. That was the most awkward video that I ever made. Because I do not have a lot of stuff for doing all of this. Alright, this is going to take time to develop, to mesmerize, and everything, so that I can uphold peak fabulosity. Okay? It's very important. So, this thing is going to be doing, this gal is going to be able to do a backflip. That is the goal. She's going to be doing backflips. And I put a very strong spring. However, I was putting it some thought, and I realized that she might be too big due to the scale that I'm going at, so I might actually have to make her a little bit smaller in order to go ahead and do the thing that I want to do with this build. Because the spring is powerful, and it does flip like crazy, but if the torso is roughly about like this size, and I'm doing the legs and this is going to be a big figure, about the same size as I would say Karzani from Karzani's Quest for Creation. Available now on YouTube to watch for free. You see, I sponsored myself. Wasn't that wonderful? Wasn't that smooth? I know. So we're gonna rebuild her because it needs to be better. I got crazy with the tan. We're not going to do tan. We're still going to do the jiggle physics. Believe me, we are still going to do the jiggle physics. Because this is anime. If Bionicle were an anime. So we're going to actually take this apart and redo it again. I might dig into the tan again now that I think about it. We're going to figure out a color scheme. I think I'm going to go with PlayStation colors. I'm going to make it look like an Xbox. I think that might be the best call, which means we're going to keep some white, because if she's going to be an Xbox, well, we're going to go all the way with making her look like an Xbox, because that is the goal. And speaking of goals, if we go ahead and hit enough of the super chats, I will go ahead and open a sealed Lego set. A sealed one. I know, it's crazy, but we're doing it. Okay, so we're going to figure out color schemes starting now. And I'm thinking we are going to be working on, I would say, yeah, we're going to be collecting a few colors. We're going to be collecting a few colors. So I got my bag of goodies. We're not going to make her too big this time, because I think that one is a little bit too... Because it's going to look phenomenal at that size. Don't get me wrong, it's going to look phenomenal. It's going to look amazing. But, realistically, the Bionicle is not going to be able to do a backflip if she is a giant woman. I know. A travesty. No backflips for giant women. If Lego makes a powerful enough spring to do so, then yes. Lego, if you're watching... Actually, no, Lego, do not watch this. This is the one live stream that I do not want them to pay attention to. To be fair, I have been on like Lego Ideas a couple of times, and I have submitted some builds. And you know what? I might do that again in the future. You know, try to come up with an original theme, pitch it to Lego, see if it goes well. You know, that sort of thing. Something fun, something simple. Maybe something in the same lines of as Xbods. you know? That would be pretty great, honestly. Orange? I don't think we're gonna need orange. No. Alright, so we got a lot of white here. And we're gonna get some black. And maybe this shade of green. I was thinking lime initially because lime makes sense. But maybe this shade of green. Yeah, we might actually do... But lime... I've done lime in the past, and it turned out pretty good. I don't know. We'll sit on it. We will sit on it, and we'll contemplate... Oh, but translucent green is a definite. Like the lime green, specifically. We will definitely hog on that. I'm gonna get 2 types of green, just so that I can test the waters, because it's kind of important for me to test the waters. I like to... When I'm building a Bionicle, something I like to do is separate the colors. It is something like that's like very important, and so for me to go ahead and conceptualize the shaping and everything, depending on the parts that I have available in my possession at the time as I am building. It is something that's like super helpful, and you know, something that I always like try to aim for and achieve. It is pretty handy when I am able to do so. But yeah, I have done like a lot of play features over the years. Like a lot of play features in terms of Bionicle characters that can run, some that can throw spears, backflipping, of course. And like them spitting fireball. You know, I might need to do that again. I need to make a Bionicle wizard that just casts fire. Oh, pill time. Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm still gonna be here. Trust me, I'm still here. I just have to take this real quick. The struggles of a trans woman, you know. But, and also I'm not so sure if I'm even able to showcase any of it on YouTube, which is why you get to see that fabulous mock in purple and black. Of course you support the Bionicle Wizard. I am not surprised. There we go. Pretty good. Can't complain. Alright, so we're doing this. I know my eyes might be slightly darting over there. That's only because I like to watch the chat. Alright. I can't wait for the studio to be finished, like built. So lately I've been working on a studio. I should probably leave with that. I've been working on a studio lately so that I can go ahead and expand in not only toy production for Ascending Depths, which, by the way, be sure to go ahead and check out AscendingDepthsMedia.com to learn the latest about the amazing world of Ascending Depths. Link in the description down below. But yeah, so I've been working on that, trying to go ahead and get that worked on, get that finished, and it's been a slow process. However, I have a few places that I will be working at as well outside of the. I just spilled Lego all over the floor, and I don't know how to feel about that. I did not think this through. This was a mistake. I regret my life choices at this very moment. Why, of all things, did I decide it? That a Burlington bag that I got back in 2018 would suffice for holding all of my CCBS. A travesty. But anyways, Owen, the Lego Master, says hello and welcome. We are. Oh, okay. Let me act. Oh wow, it is peaking. Hold on. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. I can fix that. Oh my god. Wait. I'm doing it the wrong way. I had to go the other way. Okay. Is that... I'm no longer Wait. Oh. Okay. Oh my god. Why are you so loud? We're just gonna... Yeah. There we go. We're just gonna leave it at that. Okay, is that better, chat? Oh, it's a little bit loud. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna start singing now, and you let me know if it's peaking or not. Okay? Ra ra ooh la la, ra ra ooh la la, ra ra ooh la, bad romance. I don't know. Was that worth it? I don't know. Oh my gosh, it's still peak. Why is it still peaking? There is no reason for it to peak, but it is. It literally is, and I. Yes, that's better than my phone is no longer flying. Well, you know what you could have done? Lower the volume. That is also an option. But I'm not gonna do that because I love you too much. And why do I keep spilling the Lego? I have a bag of Lego and of CCBS, and I have been spilling all over the floor, creating a no man's land that I cannot traverse safely, because I don't know if I may or may not step on a pointy Lego piece at this current point in time, and I am in socks. So I'm gonna go under the table real quick, some ideas, and we will be right back to building some... Owen the Lego Master says, I subbed and like. Good! As you should. Thank you. I love you so much. Just put those earbuds in my little tiny meat holes that I have in the sides of my head. Alright. We're gonna actually... I think I'll just work over here and just dig over here so that I'm not spilling the Lego all over the floor and being... Oh my god! There's so much! My god! Oh my gosh, there's way too much here. What? None of this, Scott. Nanny. Oh my gosh, why is there so many? What? Why did I smell it? Why did I put it in a bag? Why? Oh my gosh, I found... Okay, it wasn't all for vain. It was not all for vain. I found this piece, which will be perfect for a backflipping character. Or would it be good for a back? We will make her do a backflip. She's gonna do a backflip. I'm gonna make her do it, and you're gonna watch and you're gonna enjoy it, but... Come on. Come on. I really am careful not to move my feet around because I don't know what landmines I have placed for myself. What's a spunktilla? I am glad you asked. I made a creature, a whimsical creature, and for whatever reason, I asked chat, hey, what should we name this creature, this whimsical creature? And this is Spunktilla. He was an interesting creature. They are Fred-shaped. Their tail can waggle, kinda. Like, it's a waggling tail. It's a weird monstrosity. So, because these are all me Mocs, I do not put any thought or effort into them. I slap random things together, and they can either be cursed, blessed, or blessed. There is no in between. Unless if we somehow combine all three into one, which is humanly impossible, but you know what? Whole things are possible, but... I need to stop making myself laugh. But yeah, that is Spunktilla. Oh god, I had to use my foot. Oh no, I'm not gonna use my foot. Get over here. I know I'm not building right now, but we will be building. I promise. I just had to clean the biohazard of Lego. Bionicle Biohazard? I think I thought of a cool name for this mock. Wow, that's a cool Bionicle mock. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna actually make her do a backflip, and they're still gonna have jiggle physics. That is gonna be essential for any backflipping Bionicle is jiggle physics. I smacked in that mic. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I'm gonna put it over there. Alright, we're gonna make a backflipping Bionicle. We got our pieces, we cleaned it up, we're good. I am actually not gonna be moving this over there, we're gonna move it further back over there. There we go. Alright, we're gonna take this apart, and we might save some pieces, naturally, of course, because we're still gonna be making a backflipping Bionicle. Because I have done it in the past. I have made small backflipping Bionicles in the past. Some more successful than others. And they're fun little builds. And you can make them yourself. I might make a video on one of the more... I kind of did. It wasn't a live stream because it was planned to be like a... a memory set from Ascending Depths, which is a toy line that I've been working on for the past 4 years. Yes, that's right. I've been creating my own toy line of biddable action figures, akin to that of Bionicle and what have you. And the latest one we have is Voriki, the Toa of Lightning, available today at ascendingdepths.etsy.com. Links in the description down below. So yeah, completely sealed, has its own packaging, and even has its mint canister smell. So like, they're all sealed when they come in, and they include both injection molded and 3D printed elements. And there's going to be more of these on the way. Rest assured, there's going to be more. Other than Voriki. But, you know, that's a story for another time. Or maybe in a time before time. I just love this, you know. Making Bionicle... I always build Bionicle Mocs at night. Usually where I live, it's like pretty dark out. Because it's like therapeutic. It makes me feel calm and everything like that. And it's like, you know what? In this calm, like meditative state, maybe I should stream. Because I usually stream on Sundays. However, people are just going to bed, you know, depending on the time zone. It's like, what happens if I just stream super late? Would that change anything at all? And you know what? We're going to be experimenting. We're going to be finding out. We're going to be trying new things. And more importantly, we're going to be building. That's what it's all about. Building, creativity, imagination, you know? If you build it, they will come. But yeah. So I have been making Bionicle Mocs for several years. And I started on YouTube, I would say about like 2016. I used to do like animation. I do stop motion animation, and I still do. You can go ahead and see some of my latest work when it comes to Karzani's Quest for Creation, as well as the Dino Dog videos that I do every once in a while. Even though not all of them is stop motion, I do Bionicle puppetry as well, which is also pretty fun as well. You know, I'm basically why am I advertising? I advertise way too much. I need to stop that. I'm just excited, you know. I'm just enthralled, entranced. I got a lot of high energy, and we're gonna see if we can keep this high energy up. I am not so sure. I might get relaxed. I might get tired. I might get in a therapeutic state of Bionicle Zen and transcendence, if you were. Because that's what it's all about, honestly. You know, you relax, you stay calm, you build, you have a great time. And I'm not building, I'm doing the Makuta thing right now, which is taking everything apart. This is the most Makuta behavior that a Makuta ever behaved. And we got a big spring over here, a very big spring. This is a very powerful spring. I'm gonna see if I can incorporate it at any capacity in a build. If we can. No promises though, but we will try. We will try to incorporate it in a build. Because I would like to, honestly. It is a lot of fun to go ahead and see how strong of a back-flipping Bionicle that we can achieve with the technology available to us today. Now, will this be a static build? Absolutely. The amount of tensile strength and it required for it to be mostly rigid. However, we're going to still put joints in it, but joints in the places that will not affect the backflipping, because I think that's the most important thing. So, which means we're going to still have swivels and maybe a slight leg spread, but that's like about it, and I think that's good enough. And of course, ankles shouldn't affect the posability all too much. And by the sounds of it, I think it's gonna just be like a very big Tahunga build. Let's just put it that way. A very big Tahunga build in Xbox 360 colors. Why the Xbox 360? Because I grew up with it. I loved the Xbox 360 as a kid. The first game I actually got on Xbox 360 was Minecraft. I got Minecraft on Xbox before I even had it on PC. Because I loved Minecraft, I wanted to play Minecraft, and I still want to go ahead and maybe stream Minecraft sometime in the future, but that's only when I go ahead and do get a stronger camera that can handle the amount of strength required for that sort of thing. So that is going to be like a little bit here, a little bit over there type of sort of thing. You know, nothing too specific in that regard at all. When it comes to making builds and all that fun stuff, because I do like video games, and if I can have an excuse to just play more video games, I would. But literally everybody's playing video games, and it can be pretty tiring. Tiring to see everybody play video games, unless they do something interesting and fun, you know. Again, everybody has their own taste. I have my own taste. You know? But you know what? What's most important is doing what you enjoy most. And that is the most important thing. So, I think I did a... Makuta would be smiling right now that I just took apart a Bionicle. But you know what? We're going to do a Matanui right now, and we're going to build. So, we're going to actually start with the frame. I do like the coupling system that it did here, and I think what we're going to do is actually have the character's torso be this spring that's going to be able to flex back and forth, because the chassis that I originally had, where it would just compress down, might not be enough. So we're actually going to put a spring torso in, and this is a very powerful spring. Keep in mind, it's very powerful. But it's not Lego. I think I got an idea. How strong is the... Hold on, I think I want to see how strong the blaster is. You know the missile pieces that was included in a few Lego Technic sets, and maybe in a few Bionicle sets. I'm thinking about the rocket launcher in the Exotoa from the year 2002 of Bionicle. Yes, that very same rocket launcher. I'm gonna do this over here because reasons. We don't want another mess. And I'm gonna go ahead and check out on that voting poll. See what cursed Bionicle we're gonna be making next. These things. I'm thinking I'm gonna turn this into a reloadable backflipping engine, so that we don't have to use unofficial Lego. We're gonna keep it true to Lego, but we're gonna mix things up with this thing. Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute! I got just a piece that has a lot of torque. Hold on. Hold on, I remember. Don't you remember? Back in the time of December. Okay. I thought I had the spring piece, but it turns out I do not. Alright, how are we doing on the poll? Just a normal guy and... Oh my gosh, just a normal guy with 4 votes. Looks like we're gonna be making just a normal guy. Looks like we are. Alright. We're making just a normal guy right now. I think that's what we're gonna start with. And then we'll go back into the mechanism for doing a backflipping Bionicle. Wait, why did I open that? That was the wrong software. That was the wrong software. Gotta close this. There I go. Alright, there we go. Alright, everything, audio levels, good. We're gonna make just a normal guy. And just a normal guy, you will have a Kanohi. I think a normal guy would have a Kanohi. And the most normal, ordinary Kanohi imaginable. We're gonna go ahead. Oh man, what's the most common? You know what, the thing about my collection is I like to do a lot of uncommon, so the fact that I am trying to build something common with a bulk of uncommons is going to be interesting. We are going to be making... Alright, you know what? Just a normal guy with... No, we're not going to use the Mahiki. We're going to use the Matatu. I think the Matatu will be fine for just a normal guy. It's just a normal guy doing normal things at the normal store. All right, we're going to so color scheme for normal guy. I'm going to just grab it from random and we go from there. Because this is just a normal guy. Looks like we're using 08 pieces. Which means we're going to be making an 08 styled build of just a normal guy. And see how that goes. And that piece. That piece. Okay. Honestly, might as well keep it with the browns because it looks like we're making them brown. For reasons. It was purely by accident. I promise. Totally by accident. Did that? Okay, no, the music didn't stop. I thought the music stopped for a second and I was worried. Me, you know, always focus on. Wait, did the music stop? Oh no. The travesty. Wait a minute. Where's he? Alright. Next bin for searching for goodies. For making a normal guy. We're not using this piece. No, we're not using this piece for a normal guy. That would be too big for a normal guy. Right. Okay, got that. It looks like it's gonna be an interesting build, to put it lightly. It's going to be an interesting build for a normal guy. He's just a guy. No good, no evil. Just a guy. He's just a little guy. He's doing his best. I think in the story for this little guy, he's probably going to be like a worker-like character. You know, maybe... You know, he works in a plantation, tilling the soil, and all that good stuff. I think he could be maybe a crystal farmer. He farms crystals. You know, but not like your extraordinary crystals. You know, just your average go around crystals you'll find. Mostly like just glass, just a little bit sparkly, you know. Nothing like precious gems or anything. You know, I might have gotten you there initially. It's like, whoa, that sounds like an amazing and interesting guy. He mines crystals? That is cool. What types of gemstones and so forth are they getting? Are they getting rubies? Nah, just tinting glass. That's all it is mostly quartz that he works with. But you know, it's like, okay, does that include glass blowing? Nah, he gives the glass to his friend that may or may not use it for glass blowing. He doesn't know. He never bothered to ask them. Again, just a regular guy doing regular things. I think he's gonna lose an arm. He lost an arm. That actually, wait a minute. No, that would make him interesting if he lost an arm. He dipped his arm in blue paint. Let's just say that. He dipped his arm in blue paint. Why? Because he dropped a crystal into like the paint factory or something like that. Already, a regular guy has already quite the interesting story already for just a regular guy doing regular things. I feel like he would. Oh yeah, he needs a saw blade. Yeah, we're gonna give him a saw blade because he kind of needs one. If he's probably make it in silver. Victorian orange might be too exotic. Again, he's just a regular guy doing regular things. You know, there's nothing too special about him. There we go. So we got most of a regular guy done. And I'll probably put him together. I think I'm going to start putting him together right now. I think we got most of him anyways. And I'm just going to give him... Yeah, the lime speaks to me. We're just going to give him the lime. The lime with the bluish gray. That works. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and give him some feet. Oh, yeah. There we go. And... he needs brown feet. Do we have the brown that we're... Oh, yeah. Maybe he treaded his feet in the same blue paint. You know what? There we go. The story continues with the blue paint. He has blue paint on him. For reasons. His feet are blue. Why? Because I said they are. And we're gonna give him these feet. I was gonna give him the Mata feet, but then I realized I only have the one, and that's not exactly gonna cut. It might. It could be wrong. It might work. Am I gonna try it though? Probably not. But you know what? You all can try it. You know, there is no wrong way to build at all. Where are my browns? I know I have my browns somewhere. There we go. Okay, I actually found some. Yay! We got some pieces. All right, so we're gonna go ahead get this nice shade of brown. So he tread his feet in the blue paint. Maybe the blue paint spilled all over the place, and now it's all over his feet. And he's like, "Oh gosh, what am I gonna do now? It's all over my feet. I can't do anything right. Oh gosh, you know, that sort of thing. You know, your normal, like, oh man, there's blue paint all over my feet type of situation. You know, your normal kind of situation when you got blue paint all over your feet. It happens with everybody, right? That's totally a normal experience for someone to have. It's just like, oh man, I got blue paint everywhere. What am I gonna do now? My painting privileges have been revoked from the painters regime group. Or painters regime. Okay, no, that makes it more interesting now. We can't have that. We can't have him be interesting. Why is it that every single time I open my mouth, I make this guy more interesting than he has any right to be? Maybe that's says more about me than this guy. It's like, hey, you know, I'm just here. You know, I want to paint. I'm gonna actually use I was gonna do the blue pins, but I decided not to. I'm gonna use the tan pins for his pecs so that they're more visible and also it looks nicer. Because I also don't have black, so this is literally gonna have to do for the time being. In my honest opinion, this is what's gonna have to be. And there we go. We got most of a guy over here. And we're gonna use the blue pin over here at. I got a loose pin, which means he would have a wobbly neck. Actually, you know what? We're gonna give him a stiff neck. We're gonna. Why? Because I said so. Because I said so. That's why we're gonna give him a stiff neck. Because I said so. Is that cruel? Yes. Am I doing it anyway because it's cruel? No. But I'm still gonna do it. But not for the reasons you might think. Where are these pieces? There we go. There we go, and we get some blue a pin for his tum-tum to like everything in place, because that's going to be very important. Oh, I can put a heart light. He can have a heart light now. I just realized he can now have a heart light. Look, I made him special, guys. I made him special. Now he's special. And he has the power of the special. Or so it is to be believed. Again, we do not know at this point in time if he does or does not have the power of the special. We're going to have an extended neck right there. His head will go like so. And he's going to be a little bit deformed. You know, he's just a regular guy, slightly deformed. He's too hunched. We're not going to make him that hunched. He's going to be moderately hunched, just not egregiously hunched. There's a difference. Believe me, there is a difference. Alright? You gotta trust me, chat. You gotta trust me. Alright. There we go! A regular guy! I love him. I think they look pretty good for a regular guy. Put the mask on. He looks more like a regular guy. He's just doing regular guy stuff. He was treading on blue paint. It was spilling everywhere. He dipped his arm in some blue paint. He needs his tool. Hold on. Hold on. He needs his tool for working in the mines. Because he does work in the mines. That is very important. He does. And we're gonna actually do something fun and interesting with the weapon. With the tool. My bad. It's not a... Well, you could use it as a tool. There's no... as a weapon. Don't tell anybody I told you that. Where is the technique? I had the technique. What time is it? Oh my goodness, it is... Alright, well, we are going to be... after I'm done building this, I gotta go ahead and do... There's my technique, it's right there. Looking right at me. Okay, so, we're gonna actually be working on this. And it's gonna be silver, I think. Yeah, silver, and... Number 6. That should fit perfectly. Yeah, that should fit perfectly. That goes there. Boom, boom. And then... Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's right. Okay. And we're going to go ahead. No, that's the wrong one. Grab that there. And then we're going to grab some silver. put it off to the side. Because this is going to be very important for us to do. Believe me, this is very important. There we go. That go. Oh. Yeah, that goes there. And yeah, that goes there. And then yeah. I think we're gonna go ahead and add that there. And that there. And then we can put a Technic beam, I think, right over here, and then just call it a day. There we go, he has his weapon. It needs to be spinning weapon. It needs to be spinning. I can't just make it and have it be not spinning. It must be the spinning. If not spinning, then what doth life? What doth it if not spinning? These are the real questions we ask ourselves. What doth spinning? If not spinning, then what doth life? There we go. I need to put that on a shirt. That needs to be on a shirt so that I do not forget it. So I can look down at my shirt and be like, oh yeah, a very important phrase that I told myself. There we go. Just a normal guy with his tool for working in the mines, and he was treading on blue paint, and he got blue paint on his arm. There we go. Whoa. We got just a guy. And now we will go back to working. And we didn't even need the rest of these pieces. We didn't even need them. Alright, we're going to be making a backflipping character. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and actually do something real quick. This is very important that I do. It's very crucial that I do. Let's see. Wait a minute. Yeah. And
in the time.
Alright. So we're gonna change scenes here. And I'll be right back. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Sorry about that. I forgot background audio. That would actually help. That would actually help. I am a nerd, don't mind me. I am just a nerd doing nerdy things. There we go.
In the time after time, within distant futures past, 4 heroes across time must unite, save the cycle from the forces of evil, and become the espiritu of legends. Ascending depths, each set sold separately. In the time after time, within distant futures past, four heroes across time must unite, save the cycle from the forces of evil, and become the Espiritu of legends. Ascending depths, each set sold separately.
Alright. I think we're good here. I think we're good. Okay. And we're back. Hello. Whew. Alright. So, again, I had to take my medicine. I had to do that off camera. But, yes. Backflipping Bionicle. Let's do that. We're gonna see. I kind of want to use the missiles. We're gonna see if we can integrate the missile into the backflipping mechanism. It won't be strong enough for even to tow us. And we're going to use the big spring. We're not going to experiment. We know that it needs to be really strong, and so we're going to stick with big spring. Because, I mean, people add fabrics to, and 3D printed stuff to Bionicle. I mean, I don't see why not. Big spring would be, like, an exception to that rule. In all honesty, I could be wrong, though. You can correct me if I'm wrong, You let me know if I'm right. Right? You would do that. Yeah. Yeah, you would do that. I believe you. Okay. What are you doing over there? What are you looking over there? Alright, so we're gonna add a flex cube in the middle of the spring. And then we're gonna do a class system where there's gonna be a bracket in the centermost part so it can flex either way. And that could give us enough of a direction. I feel, anyways. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And we will be integrating these pieces here. Wait a minute, it can't rotate. So if it can't rotate, then we're gonna be doing a class basically I'm thinking very carefully right now. My brain is so huge as it's doing like quantum mechanics right now as I'm trying to discern how to best do this. And I think I got it. I think I got it, chat. I think we got it. We're gonna rely on these beauties over here that you can see. These magnificent beauties. So wow, I wasn't even checking the camera if I nailed that just right. I think wow, okay, I'm getting good at looking at the camera. Yay, I'm getting good at looking at the camera. I could be an actor. Oh, man. I wonder, man, trying to memorize scripts and working for a film must be, like, difficult. I directed stop-motion animation and animating a character, planning out the storyboarding, stuff like that, with the rest of the team and stuff like that. I'm familiar with that. But I feel like, in a live-action sense, there's a lot of things that you wouldn't necessarily think about. And, like, vice versa, I feel, when it comes to, like, just filming and the movie industry in general. I feel like there is a lot of aspects that one doesn't really consider at the time until they're, like, actually in that moment, I feel. Like, at least for me, it could be, like, something complete. It may not be. Because, again, I've only done, like, I only directed, like, animated films and projects over the years and helped out in that and doing voice acting here and there on a couple of occasions. But, you know, it's something. It's not nothing. It's something. Yeah. Alright. So we got our humble beginnings there. I feel like I could do more than I am right now in terms of that, because, like, it's gonna need to go I might be overthinking it. I could be just overthinking it. Maybe I should just go for it and see and find out. You know? Let's go for it. You know, what's the worst that can happen? You know, it's fine. What's the worst that can happen? Absolutely nothing. Famous last words, we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna go ahead and make this thing do a backflip now. Once we go ahead and put the parts that we need to put in to get her in the state that she needs to be, basically. And Yeah. Get some rays in here. I'm never gonna give you one. I'm not gonna let you down. I'm never gonna say goodbye. Gonna tell you why I need you. Gonna let you down. Never gonna say goodbye. Gonna tell you why I need you. That is an addicting song, and I'm sorry for rickrolling all of you. That was not my intention. I know. I will go ahead and contemplate my actions. Wait, why am I putting that in? I can't put that in yet. So, in order to ensure like strong, robust system, I'm going to be putting this build setup. Oh, you can't see that too well. Get out. I'm going to do it like that, where like it's obviously loose here, but I'm going to put brackets on your side because this is a bigger piece, so it would have more strength in the mold to retain it's to stay in a position, making it more difficult for it to rotate if it gets to that point where enough torque may start leading it to rotate in a way that it probably should not, and it would prevent that. At least that is the hope. Will it actually? We will find out in that regard, but I would certainly hope so. If not, then, well, at least we tried. But yeah, so going back a little bit, I feel like doing these sort of builds can be a fun experience, you know, and just like experimenting, playing around, and so forth. You know, it's fun. You know, it's interesting. It's simple. I like simplicity. You know, it has its charms and its merits when it comes to that. Is not a 3-link axle. We'll grab a 3-link axle. It has its advantages and its merits, of course. You know, like all things. I feel like making a build with play features gives it like a sense of aliveness. Like it can be like creating what I describe best as almost like a symbiotic relationship with the player, where the figure or toy in question can be able to act in ways to elevate the state of imagination in the most intuitive and open sandbox way possible. And I think that in general is a very beautiful thing to achieve in any build. In any build. Like, that is something that should be looked forward to more often than not when it comes to making these sorts of things, in my honest opinion. Because I really do like building these characters, you know, and creating this world. Wait a minute, white? Oh no, it has to be shorter. I made it too long. I made it too long. The pins are going out, fellow compatriots. We are making it a lot more smaller than originally planned for. But you know what? That is perfectly fine. And we will adapt. We always adapt. We evolve. We improvise. Because the tube was too long, so we literally have to make the tube smaller so that, like, when it gets coupled together, like, nothing too egregious happens in that regard. I feel like it might be still too big. I could shrink it down some more. You know what? I'm going to shrink it down some more. I should be able to. I have the technology. I have the technology. Okay. I can do it. This is easy. This is not too hard. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Excuse me? I took you apart and yet you can fit just fine when I take out a specific piece. Excuse me. So I thought it was too long, but it turns out it's not that long at all because this blue pen took too much space, so I had to get rid of it. There's no going in and out with this one. It has to be there. It has to go the way that it ought to go. Alright, there we go. We got the spring. So now this character will be able to lean back and forth once we go ahead and make the coupling system be able to engage with the lean. And we have plenty of connection points for the torso to connect onto. So when it does do the lean, it shouldn't break. Because that's my biggest concern, is it potentially breaking due to the amount of strength and force that's going to be produced. That is my biggest concern. And it's a valid concern. Because it is my concern. If that makes any sense. Well, yeah. Probably. Wait. Oh, when the Lego Master says, "What's a spunktilla?" Okay, spunktilla. This is spunktilla. This is what a spunktilla is. Alright, one of my friends, one of the people on stream, named this spunktilla. I asked them to name this, and the first thing that they said, I think it was Brandon, I believe, on stream, said, call it spunktilla. And I'm like, okay, spunktilla it is. You named it, we're going with it. Yeah, it's a really cool Bionicle Moc. I really like it. Again, I just love together a bunch of random pieces. Tried to keep it in the era of between like in 2005, how a Bionicle Moc in 2005 might look like. So yeah, I think I nailed it. I think I did. But you know, what do I know? But yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and work on this, and if spunktilla gets a friend, oh well, they get a friend. If not, then oh well. Better luck next time, spunktilla. Man, I artificially raised the stakes for Spunktilla. You know, maybe I should not do that. You know, maybe I should not. Maybe there are better things that I could have Spunktilla do besides trying to give them, having them have a friend, basically. I could. Again, I'm trying to think of the bracket system while it's still looking nice, because it's going to have to be Technic beams at the end of the day. However, doubling a Technic beam onto another Technic beam doesn't look pretty, and I want to try to create like pistons going down the sides of the waist. I got it. Wait a minute. I know how to do it with physics being my friend. I know how to do it. We are going to be using these pieces, but they're going to be in an angle, which means it's harder for it to separate because due to the initial, it's going to be going that way. Like, it's going to be because of how the waist is going to twist and turn. But if it uses this and it's at an angle, wait a minute, I know what to use, and it's a softer material because Lego usually makes them a softer material because of the amount of torque in the mechanisms it requires of it, and that being these pieces. But at the same time, I really do like the first piece, so we're gonna stick with the first piece. I like it. It looks nice. It looks amazing. So we're gonna be actually utilizing these. We actually are, and we're gonna go ahead and try to make it somewhat triangular, make it do the thing, and have it be somewhat pivoted so that it can do the thing. Because I like it when it does the thing. I just had to move some of these pieces around. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and get like the pin piece that has like a Technic hole in it. And if we get like enough of those and put it on like top and bottom, basically these pieces right over here. I know it's kind of hard to see because I'm very far away, but you know, one of these pieces. And we're gonna go ahead and put it top and bottom of the waist region so that it can look cohesive, it can look nice, and it will be functional in the way it ought to be. And I don't have to worry too much about the repercussions in that regard. So we're gonna go ahead to you there, to there. And I think this part with the extension is going to be the static area, and then the pivoting point will actually be up here, slightly tilted, leaning inward, and doing the thing that it has to do, basically. And we're going to have it be offset as well, and I think the best way to do that is... I almost lost that piece. It literally almost disappeared into the ether, and it would have been like the most terrifying thing ever. It's like, oh my gosh, what is happening? So we're gonna go ahead, have this angled. I'm gonna go ahead and put something here as for it to connect, and try to line it up so that it will actually work in the angle that it needs to be for the waist, because the waist itself is actually pretty long. But if it can flex in the way that I want it to flex, then it won't be so bad. Hopefully I don't have a hair on my face. I hope I don't. If I do, then I'm gonna have to fix it. Alright. Back flipping Bionicle. Let's go. Let's do it. Maybe I should make a back flipping Bionicle that's not a FemMoc. Probably a little bit later as well, just to be on the safe side. And we're gonna actually take apart. Yes, we're gonna actually take this apart a little bit. I think I'm gonna have to do a slight redesign. Just a slight redesign. Nothing too crazy, just a little redesign. To get it to where I actually need it to be for it to flex properly so that I do not have to go ahead and worry about, oh man, it's too loose. No, we're gonna go ahead and make sure it's nice and tight, doesn't go anywhere, and I will be more satisfied and content with myself upon such revelations. Yes. Yes. Alright. We're gonna actually take this apart too, so that we can actually go ahead and get it to where we want it to be. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna put this the other way so they can compress better. Because it's not compressing enough as to how I would like it to be. Yeah, that feels more compressed. I actually do kind of like that better. Yeah, it's more compressed. So that it'll be able to do the backflip better. And I'm gonna actually use a number 4 for this one, because I have a feeling that I may need to put some supports on this very robust technique. These techniques. I smacked my elbow. I'm in pain. Yeah, I'm in pain. Okay. But yeah, so I'm surprised that we haven't gotten anything on the super chat yet. Yeah, that is crazy. I to be fair, like, I am streaming like super late, so like that would probably do it. Again, like, I'm testing multiple things out. Like, it's like, I wonder if people respond in this time, followed by, I wonder if my face is photogenic enough. Okay, yeah, so this has to be angled just ever so slightly. This is actually the pivoting point, so the top is going to be pivoting. And it's going to be offset. Wait, I can't do that. I realize I can't do that because of the physics would not allow it. It will, yeah, the physics would not allow it. We're gonna do something simple. We're actually gonna be doing something simple. We're gonna do something simple the same way that the original was built. We're gonna go ahead and literally just upscale it and try to build the mechanism around that. I think that might be the best call. Because If it ain't broken, don't fix it. The thing is, the reason how I'm able to come up with a lot of these different mechanisms is because I also build in my head as I am building, and that kind of helps me, like, imagine how the final product is gonna work. And which is, like, super helpful, especially when it comes to, like, how do I do this? How do I do that? You know, it is, like, extremely helpful in that regard. And, you know, I take full advantage of that, you know, whenever given a chance. Yeah, that will go there. Yeah, so we're gonna actually put that there, that there, that there, that there. There we go. So we got our pivoting point. The tail will connect here, it goes down, and then goes up. So that is literally the mechanism at its simplest. And we're going to go ahead and take full advantage of this mechanism to do the thing that we wanted to do, which is do a backflip. To do that, we're actually going to have to extend part of it out in order to do the thing that we wanted to do, which is making a bigger version of these gray pieces. That gray piece in particular. I have to make it bigger so that it can have something to latch, and then as the stomach bulges out, as it's leaning forward, it will build up a lot of tension for it to then spring back up. That is if the bottom section doesn't like couple and break. So the bottom, where all the pressure is being pressed onto, has to be stable enough for it to not actually break. So we're actually going to be having to emphasize on that aspect too. It can be done thanks to this pre-molded piece, and we're actually going to go ahead and integrate right into here. And as you can notice, I just built that in my head, and I know it will work because it's in my head and you can't see it. And all the faults and failures that it might have. Oh. If you can't see it, I won't be. You won't be able to see mistakes. Truly, as I make mistakes all the time, regardless. Vehicle guy. I see. Vehicle guy. How are we doing? Let me check the everything here. There we go. All right. I think we will. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna. Oh, I could. You know, maybe not. It might break though. That's gonna be a lot of tension being pushed onto it. I'm not gonna risk it. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. Yeah, for the amount of tension that's going to be in this part, I don't think I will. It will have to connect directly onto this, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, which is perfectly fine. Oh, wait a. Oh, it actually needs to be lower. Yeah, it actually kind of needs to be lower, so... Wait. Why did my phone go off? What's going on? Oh, it's nothing. Okay, never mind. It's totally nothing. We're good. We're perfect. Alright. Let's go ahead and make that mechanism that I was talking about so that it can be like a strong anchor point. We're going to use the curved pieces and the not so curved pieces. And now, curved pieces would help with shaping for the exterior model. I'm making it light bluish gray because I would need to hide all this bluish gray in the final build. And that gives me a little bit of a challenge because I know what pieces will be hidden and what pieces will be shown. And it gives me a little bit of creative freedom in terms of like how I go about in doing that, in terms of actually incorporating and integrating it into a build in the most efficient way possible. We got... Never mind, we got... Oh! I smacked my elbow again. Okay, that was not fun. That was the opposite of fun. The opposite fun being pain. Oh, wow. That actually kind of hurt. That actually kind of hurt. Ow. It's fine. I'm fine. I will survive. Supposedly. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead. Got that the spring is there. Would have to go in there. I think I might actually have to make, because how the spring is going to be looking like. Oh yeah, just, yeah, I can literally go in here. Spring goes here. And then it can get pushed down on this. Yeah. Oh, and I can use... Wait. I have an idea. I have an idea, chat. I have an idea. It's a great idea. It's a beautiful idea. One could even say a great idea. And how to make a bracket system. So if we get two 4-length Technic levers. I think levers. And we put them on either side, coupling it together. It should be able to hold. And we're gonna go ahead and use the yellow because I think the yellow ones are newer. I could be wrong though. Maybe someone might need to go ahead and check that out on Bricklink, just to be sure. I could be wrong. But I digress. We are going to be incorporating all of this right in there. And then we get a piece, we hook it up in there, and then we get another piece, we hook that in there, and then we got our spring, and just couple it just enough where it should be able to do a backflip. Did I grab the piece? I did not grab the piece, but we're going to grab the piece, and it's going to be light bluish gray because I'm not so sure if this is going to break or not. Let's hope that it doesn't break, but I have a terrifying suspicion that it might break, and I'm not so sure how I'm going to feel about that if it does decide to break. Oh, the tension is building inside of it, even though, like, I'm clearly... Okay, even though, like, I'm clearly not trying Okay, I think we're gonna have to make this stand. Yeah, it's gonna have to be tune length up. Yeah. We're gonna have to support this. Gonna have to strengthen it. It needs to be really strong for what we're gonna have it be doing, basically. And I have a lot of. I'm gonna use white. I feel like white is more common because I'm not so sure if all of this is gonna break or not. We're literally testing the strengths of Lego with this backflip piece, with a Technic element that, with an element that is not in Lego by any means, because Lego would not put a spring this powerful in any of their sets, but we're putting it in this Moc because, maybe a little crazy. But we like ourselves to get a little crazy here now, don't we, Chad? Alright. So spring is in there. It's strong. And it can do the thing. So there we go. She's strong. And we'll be able to go ahead and integrate the torso in this build, and I feel like the neck can go over here basically. So neck goes up here, tail goes there, pelvis and torso go here, and it's just basically a home stretch. So we're in the finish line basically in terms of like mechanisms, and we can just start stylizing and building, which is the most important thing when it comes to go ahead and making this thing online, which is very exciting. And again, like, I'm gonna put this in. There we go. So isn't that cool? Yeah, that is very cool, ain't it? And then if we push this down, it flicks up. It almost flew out of my hand. It almost flew out of my hand by doing that. I'm not joking. It literally almost flew out of my hand. I am not joking. It almost did. If I wasn't holding it firmly, it probably would have. But now we got a mechanism, and it's about the same size, but it's a lot more simpler and has a lot less moving parts. Literally, it's a thing that leans ever so slightly, the spring gets compressed, and then it gets flung up. It doesn't get any simpler than that. And now we're going to go ahead and turn this into a FemMoc with potentially jiggle physics. Now that we actually got the torso mechanism down, and we're going to actually build the frame. The frame needs to come first. I feel like the frame is important. So we got some lime. We're going to use some lime in this build because it is very important that we use lime. Because she is lime. And I'm pretty sure I have some more lime somewhere. I could... Oh! Lime in the neck! I didn't think about that. Lime in the neck. That would actually make sense. That would actually make a lot of sense to put lime in the neck for this character. And there we go. Then put that in there, and then we can go ahead and incorporate that for the torso to round it out and give us some more connection points. And I know we had like a round piece and another one somewhere. I know we had it somewhere, but I have no idea what happened to it. Did I? Where did I put it? I had the circle. The circle to my destiny. I had it. I'm pretty sure I did. should be somewhere. I have lost it. But I think I have another. I think I do. I think I do. I do not have it. Well, it's fine. It's fine. We will make do with what we have. Okay, that is weird. Is it really that glitched? What's a spunk? What? That's a cool point. What's a spunk? Okay. Owen, are you good? Are you good, Owen? I'm just asking you specifically. Are you good? Are you okay? Do you need help? I think something is going on with your account, buddy. I think something's going on with your account. I don't know what it could be, but something is amiss. If you will. Something is amiss. It's a mystery. Okay. I gotta get up. There we go. Honestly, I do have to actually grab this now that I think about it. I could probably put some rubber on the back so that it can smack into that. Doesn't give me too much of an issue. At the same time, wait a minute. If I get a short tube, that can act as actually a cushion. Not that I think about it. That can actually be, but like, because it's pressing on this part over here, I'm gonna put a tube to act as like a cushion so that it doesn't damage it all too much. Now, this is a hard... Do I have a squishy one? This one's actually squishy. This is actually squishy, so that might be better. Owen, the Lego Master says, meow, 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 meow. Please no spamming. That is the only time I'm gonna read that. Please do not spam. If you spam, you're not gonna be here very long. I can tell you that much right off the bat. You're not gonna be here very long. Yeah. Honestly, I can use the hard one. I can use this one. It should be fine. Should be fine. There we go. There we go. That should give me, give it enough strength to do the thing that it actually needs to do. Now, let me go ahead. Oh man, I actually have to. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Grab this. Swap that down. People sometimes. What a wonderful world. Okay, so we gotta figure out the lake situation. Because I know I feel like the lakes need to be on a swivel. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, they need to be on a swivel. I know the toes are going to be digging in for the most part. That's what I noticed. But the character can be in heels. So we got a connection point here and some connection points right here, but it's closer up and not working in the threes. So something we can do potentially is try to work in an A stance configuration. Yeah, we're gonna build it like a. Owen says, "My name is Spunkmaster." Well, okay then, Spunkmaster. Spunkmaster 2000. I'm not so sure how Spunktilla will feel about it. But, I mean, honestly, you know what? You named yourself after Spunktilla. Yeah, maybe Spunktilla will actually like you. You know, maybe Spunktilla will actually be like new friend. You know, there's a lot of things that can happen. Lots of things. I think Spunktilla will like you very, very much just because of that. Calling a hunch, though. Alright, so trying to get some number 3s in here. I think. I thought I had number 3s in Blanc. I do have number 3s in. Okay, I do. I thought I didn't, but I actually do. And that actually does help very greatly in that regard in terms of actually aiming for the accuracy that I am trying to go for when it comes to this mechanism. Alright. Alright, so I am going to close. Alright, I did say to not spam. I'm pretty sure I did use Lego in the description. I'm pretty sure I did. I guess I didn't. Alright. Sure. Sure. We can do that. Sure. We can do that for sure. But hashtag Bionicle, hashtag Lego, hashtag Lego. Oh. There we go. Hashtag play features. Hashtag memes. Oh, Lego memes. Hold on. Save. There we go. That is very true. That is very true. You are not wrong in that regard. And that would help. That would help greatly in that regard. So, we're going to go ahead and use these pieces here for the legs. And Brandon, see, I mean Brandon builds. I do not know a Brandon builds, but I do know another Brandon that is also a Lego builder. There's a lot of Brandons. We could probably, now that I know 2 Brandons, we can actually start a council of Brandons. And let me know if a council of Brandons that all join together for the discussion of Lego around the Majanui circle to tell the Maja tale. It's a legend told down from their Taraga and his Taraga and the Taraga that came before. Why not? That might be actually pretty fun. I bring out. Oh man! Oh wait a minute! Hold on, I have ping here. Hold on. I got pings. Yeah, I got a message. I got a message, and I gotta respond on Discord. Next week is time we try again. There we go. Responded. Quick messaging time. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Alright. There we go. Okay. Now that I'm done responding with all the lovelies. Oh, this guy here, what you building? Says Moavnate. Hello and welcome. We are going to be building a Moc that can do a backflip. And we got this build so far. This is the main mechanism. However, she's going to be more of a statuette. Because like when it comes to Mocs, shaping is very crucial. I mean, shaping is important for every Moc, but trying to make something organic is also very important, so that is something that I'm going to be leaning into with this. And she's going to be able to do a backflip, so that is something to keep in mind. Now, because of the amount of strength required, her knees need to be able to lock into place and everything, so like when it comes to knee bends or anything like that, I don't think there's any clean way to be able to do that while still having the function work. But gears. We can put gears in the joints. They lock into place for the play feature, but then they can unlock. Wait a minute, what if they compress? They extend for posability, and then they can compress for the play feature. Ooh. That might actually be a good idea. We can use gear. No. The sliding mechanism. That's what we're going to be doing. Oh, Owen says, Spunk Master says, is it Brandon Bricklot? I don't think so. Moef Nate says, always loved your technique approach to Bionicle. I remade all the first toys with the swivel mechanism. Oh, that is awesome. Yeah. That arm swivel mechanism is a lot of fun for sure. It's a lot of fun. I love Technic. You know, you can do a lot of things. I think we can make this FinMock posable. We're gonna try it. We're gonna actually make a prototype for the leg latching mechanism. So we're gonna go ahead and get one of these right up here. And I think we're gonna end the poll actually. And yeah, we're gonna end the poll. And we're gonna go ahead and build the vehicle guy. We're gonna make vehicle guy. I think that would be fun. We're making vehicle guy. So vehicle guy. Let me actually put my estrogen away. Okay. And let me grab this. Put this over there. So we're gonna make vehicle guy, and I got an idea for vehicle guy that would be a lot of fun. So we are. Wait, hold on. Hold on, I know exactly what to do for vehicle guy. Hold on. It may be cursed, it might be blessed. We're gonna find out together because I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Now, I feel like Bionicle G2 lacked in polybags. So what better way than to make Vehicle Guy a polybag 2015 build that's just for the fun of it. And we're gonna use a Skull Spider. Now we could use the translucent orange owl. Honestly, translucent orange owl or skull mask. I'll let you all type in the comments as I start building the main chassis. But skull mask or orange owl, you get to decide. We're doing this, chat. We are doing this. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some wheels, and we can start rolling. But you see what I did there? Start rolling. That was like so smart of me. That was super funny. I think it was like super funny. You know, please laugh. Please laugh. It was so funny, chat. It was so funny. You have no idea. It was amazing. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. All right. And we're gonna get. Oh, I want to put a big wheel. Oh, do I add big wheel? I kind of want to add big wheel. We're adding big wheel. Do I have tire for big wheel? That's a rhetorical question. If I have tire for big wheel, I should have tire for big wheel. But I do not have tire for big wheel. Why doff big wheel? Honestly, I think I can. Oh, that's. It wouldn't be vehicle guy if it's supposed to be a polybag. It can't be that big. It has to be small. I would like to use big wheel, but big wheel too big for polybag for vehicle guy. We can't have big wheel for vehicle guy. Or could we? You know, the possibilities are endless when it comes to vehicle guy, and we're gonna. Wait a minute. I can make it a pullback. I just realized I can make it a pullback if I really wanted to. I might do something in that regard. Oh my gosh. I need to pour all these tires out just to get the tires I want. There we go. That took way too much effort just to get a couple of wheels. It's gonna be black, black. Yeah, everything black. And we're gonna put a propeller in the back. I think a propeller in the back would be pretty cool. Wait! I got an idea! Oh my god, okay. So this reminds me of something that I grew up with as a kid, and I'm gonna recreate it in Vehicle Guy, because they were these Lego race cars that you would get, and they come with a little rider, and they had like a special canister too, where you can use it to propel the vehicle by slamming the canister down, making it flat, and it would push the car forward, and it would, and if it has a bumper, and if you hit another car or a vehicle, or if you get hit, your race car gets hit, the driver goes flying, and it goes whew. And I just thought, how awesome would it be if I did that, but with the 2015 polybag guide that I'm making. I could literally do that. I can make like a tiny racer with that has that play feature. It's too good. We need to do it, and I have just the head to do it too. And we're gonna do that. I want to do that now. You cannot stop me. I am doing this because it's fun, and that is the only reason you need to build a Bionicle, because it is fun. Or what did I know? You know, I'm just screwing. What don't I know? Okay. Oh yeah. Yes. Alright, so that will flip, and wait a minute, can I attach that? Just barely. It kind of leans a little bit. Yeah, it kind of leans a little bit, but I think it works. I think it works just fine. I'm not gonna use it though. I feel like if we use a... Wait a minute, is that even a 4? It's not even a 4. It's not even... It's a half. Yeah, we're gonna have to use a... We're gonna be using a... What's it called? I'm blanking on the name. Noah, I'm just blinking on it. A Hordika head. Okay, we're gonna use a Hordika head for Vehicle Guy. No, you know what? No, we are. Wait a minute, I could just go like that, and the mask can go. Oh, but it kind of needs to be in the front. I feel like it being in the front makes it more better. If it's in the front. Yeah. That way you can still bump the mask, even if it's like an accident. Like, uh-oh, there goes the mask. It went flying. Uh-oh. There he goes. Because I love that. I love that about Lego and Bionicle in general. You know, I love that. I live for that. There we go. So, we're gonna go ahead and get this mechanism here. Yeah, that will go there. That should be able to wrap around. Yeah, that wraps around that. Can this go on? No, it cannot. Which means we need to have it be more internal for it to do the thing that we want it to do. Yes. Yeah, we need it to be more internal. Wait, how does... It should be able to knock off even offset, right? That's like my concern right now, that like if it will even still knock out even if I offset it. Well, only one way to find out. Only one way to find out in that regard. Are you gay? Maybe. I mean, like, you're watching. Are you? Wrong answers. But for chance, I'll let. I mean, if you haven't followed this channel in a while, this might be a jarring experience. And I feel sorry for you that this is a jarring experience. I truly do. But you know what? I'm just here building some Bionicle, and we're making Vehicle Guy because it was requested. We already made a regular guy, so we're making Vehicle Guy to see how far we go in terms of design. Okay, that actually knocks off pretty well. How about this? Alright, no, we're gonna use the how. We're gonna use the how for Vehicle Guy. It makes sense. I kind of want to do it for Vehicle Guy anyways. We're using the how because the how is iconic and it will look good for a race car. Let's be so... Alright. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and incorporate this right in there. And also, I took a lot of effort to put in this makeup. Okay, it takes a while, and I'm pretty happy with the results with this. I took so many selfies, you have no idea, which you can go ahead and find out if you decide to follow my work. If you do not, by all means, that is also fine too. Leave a dislike. That is perfectly fine if you leave a dislike. Okay. Yes, we're on to something. We are on to something here. Okay, so wait a minute. We need this to go down. Oh, I know how to do it. I know how to do it now. I know how to do it. I solved the mystery, chat. I know how to do it. Yeah, so that will go... up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If I... Alright, I think I know how to do it now. I actually solved it. I solved this. The legend of the Bionicle. I solved it. Like, I truly did. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, it's coming along well. It's coming along well for Vehicle Guy. Vehicle Guy is being born as we speak, and I couldn't be happier for Vehicle Guy. Because he's a vehicle, but also a guy. He's just a guy that's also a vehicle. It works. I keep smacking the mic, and I deeply apologize in that regard in terms of Vehicle Guy and how they are coming together. But no, that... Oh man, I thought I was onto something. I thought I was. It turns out I wasn't. Wait. Or maybe I was, and I just didn't realize it until after the fact. Because with this pivoting, trying to make the mechanism work, it should be super simple to do. Yeah, I always try to go ahead and make sure that this is an open and creative environment by all stretch of the means. I am just here to build a Lego, make Lego that does like backflips, make Bionicle that can throw spears, be able to run, shoot a fireball, you name it. If it exists, I have built it. So in that regard, you know, yeah, if that doesn't like tickle your fancy, if you don't like seeing like Rahagagaki being able to fly, I have done that. I've made Makuta with Shadow Hand and all those fun little mechanisms. I make a little bit of everything. And you've probably seen me before on the internet with a lot of builds because I post a lot. And I mean a lot. Okay. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, I was building a mechanism. I'm actually gonna see if I can use the Skull Spider piece in this case. I think the Skull Spider piece might be better. It might be better suited for what I'm trying to go for with this type of build in particular. Because having the lever system shouldn't be too difficult, in all honesty, because like it could be just a spider driving a spider driving a car. Oh my gosh, yes, we need to do that. A spider driving a car. That is so Halloween. That is so Halloween in like the best way possible, and honestly, I think that will be actually perfect. Like a spider driving a car. I know this started off as vehicle guy, but I kind of want to go ahead and make that now. Like legit, I want to make that now. So that's gonna stay stationary. That goes. Wait a minute. It can be. Wait. We can get a number 4 link. Replace the number 4 with a number 3. Put the axle with stopper 3 link into the mix. Then we can go ahead and integrate this component here. That will allow for a wide enough bracket piece so that when this gets like the bumper gets hit, the vehicle can stay in place. And it's mostly just the bumper that's getting like smacked or hit. Because that's like the main goal at the end of the day is for the bumper to get smacked and the spider to go flying off. Yeah, because we're literally making a spider with a bumper. Honestly, it could go this way too, now that I think about it. It can go like that, and we can add the bumper in the front. Boom, it smacks, it goes flying. And we now have a place for the wheels to go on. I wish I was making this up, but this is awesome. Oh. Okay, we're almost done with Vehicle Guy. This Vehicle Guy is actually turning out really well, and I'm actually very excited with how this is turning out. This is actually a lot more simpler and a lot more fun than I was actually expecting it to be for a little vehicle. Yeah, so that will go there. Oh, wait. Yeah, that will go there. The bumper needs to be... Yeah, the bumper needs to be a little bigger, I think. Yeah, the bumper needs to be a little bit bigger. So that is an easy fix, because guess what? Lego themselves made a 5-length Technic lever that we can use that is long enough to extend the diameter of the parts, which means we can actually expand our resources in that department. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, okay, so if we replace the green ones with these longer ones, not only does it allow for a longer reach, but due to the impact from this, it will amplify on the other end, causing for a stronger amplitude for the brain, the skull spider to go flying in the vehicle. So we go ahead, put that in there. Go ahead and put those in there. Make sure that is nice and loose. There we go. Got the wheels over there, and then we go ahead and put the back wheels, and then we got ourselves a vehicle guy, as I would like to go ahead and call them. Vehicle guy is going to be honestly pretty awesome and great. And we'll go ahead and clean this table up. Actually, I think I will be able to go ahead and use one of the lids to showcase this play feature in motion. Up close, because I want you guys to see this up close. Because I think it's gonna... Oh, wait a minute, it needs legs. Hold on. Let's go ahead and give this legs. That's gonna be very important for us to add is legs for a skull spider, because what's a skull spider without legs? A sad skull spider. A skull spider needs to have its legs so that it can be a creepy crawly and all that fun stuff. And you know what? Interestingly enough, It also kind of creates a spoiler? I think, yeah, a spoiler. Spoiler alert! Let's see what I did there. I know, I didn't put too much thought in that. I'm so sorry. I didn't put too much thought at all. Alright, so we got white macaroni. We should have another white macaroni in here. We're gonna use these white macaronis for the bumper to give it more of a bony feel. But I honestly think that gray might also work just as fine in this case. Ooh, actually, we can use these pieces because they're prongy and they look dangerous. That might be good for the bumper, but it would absorb the impact, so we're not going to be doing that. We're actually going to go ahead and stick with the number 4s in white. And because this is 4 apart, we can actually use... Actually, we're going to use a 5 length, but we're going to use a 2 length white bushing. I call it a bushing, but like it's a weird piece. This piece. We'll put it in between, in the front, make the bumper, make it nice and snazzy for vehicle guy. Put it up in there. This is going to be a fun like Bionicle car that we're making here with the with a skull spider riding on it. Like, this is like the most craziest thing I've ever thought about. Like, literally a skull spider riding a car. And it actually kind of looks cool. It actually kind of looks cool like this. And we can also probably add like a blade sticking out the back so you can push it around. Let's go ahead and do that, actually. We do actually have the propeller. So we could actually do the propeller too, and it might actually be... But it's not white. We're going to go ahead and put some more white in this vehicle and basically unify the aesthetic. There we go. We got this piece. I think that would be good enough. We go ahead and put it in the bag. That creates a nice silhouette. So let's go ahead and attach that in. Now, that will be very simple. I'm thinking about using one of these elements. I was just able to find it, so I didn't have to describe it. But we're just going to go ahead and take off these few wheels. So that we can actually take this Technic lever off real quick so that we can actually go ahead and integrate this piece in here. Do that. And then we can drop the wheels back in as if nothing ever happened. Yeah, it's crazy that 2015 is basically a Bionicle 2015 is basically like 10 years old already. That's crazy to me. And let's go ahead and space it out a little bit so we got some nice wiggle. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and crash this thing. But in order to do that, we need to go ahead and clear this table so you can go ahead and see for yourself. So we're going to go ahead and get this lid. And I'm going to probably be doing probably the most satisfying cleanup experience I've ever done. Oh, that was so clean. And, of course, we need a barrier. Alright, are you guys ready? I'm so excited. Okay, let's do this. Arming up. Hey, it fell off. It literally fell off. You couldn't see that too well. So let me go ahead and actually fix that real quick. There we go. And I think we will use this barrier. I think we'll use this. Oh. I missed it completely. And it's still on. It lost the leg though. It literally lost the leg, but you know what? It's fine. It lost the leg. Literally fine. It could be worse. All right. Let me try this again. I'm gonna use my arm. That might be better. I'm gonna smack myself. Oh, that actually was pretty good. That was actually pretty good. Alright, let me see if I can get the camera. I literally can't get it closer. Can I get it closer? I literally cannot. I literally cannot. But I will try for you guys. I would literally try. Alright, there we go. Alright. The more important thing to look at, this car. Are you ready? And yes, when it crashes, the creature goes flying. That is, see, when you, and then it just comes off. But when it's on, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere once it's on. But it can fly off. And I think that's super cool that it can fly off. Oh, that is so satisfying. I can honestly play with this for a long time. And I can imagine other people having a lot of fun with this too. That's such a simple build, and it looks so cool. I like skeletons and stuff like that. And if these came in white, it will be perfect. I kind of want to work on this some more. But we already made Vehicle Guy. Vehicle Guy is done. They look amazing. Look at that. It's so simple, but so much fun at the same time. It's adorable. Vehicle Guy is a treat. And I wish they made these skulls in white too. Can you imagine the skulls being in white? That would have been so much better than what we already have currently. That would be so much better, but it's not. Alright, I'm gonna adjust the camera a little bit. Hi. How's it going? Yeah, you can still see a little bit. It's... Could it be better? Yeah, it could be better. But, you know, I'm having too much fun. I need to put this down. This is a fidget toy, and it's dangerous for my ADHD brain. It's literally dangerous for my ADHD brain. And we have been streaming for a few hours now, actually. Which is wild to me. Yeah, we have been streaming for 2 hours. That's insane. That's insane. We have been streaming for that long. And it's honestly very impressive. Let's go ahead and work more on the backflip character. I think we're gonna go ahead and focus more on... We're gonna keep it on this track because, I feel like it's handy. It's very handy to have everything on this train. And we're gonna put the fire mask there. But now you guys know a way to go ahead and make a Bionicle car. Not a car. A car doesn't count. But if you do want to ever build a Bionicle at any time, be sure to go ahead and check out ascendedupps.etsy.com for Variki and any other Bionicle type based merchandise This is from Ascending Depths. This is not Bionicle specifically, but you got like different alternate configurations that oh gosh, the glare is horrendous, that Fariki can be in and do. It's pretty cool. But yeah, Fariki available at ascendingdepths.etsy.com. Be sure to go ahead and get your Fariki today. But yeah, so with that said, let's go ahead and focus more on making a backflipping Bionicle. I think we'll go ahead and cram in one more build for now, but it's like late. It's super late. I think we're gonna actually have to call the stream here. It is 2 hours and it's late. Everybody's probably in bed right now. I started the stream way too late, to be fair. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Thank you everyone for stopping by, and if you are a time traveler, well, now you know that we made it this far. This is as much progress as we made, and we have also worked on a neutral guy, just a normal guy, and we made probably the funnest thing ever, turning a Bionicle into a vehicle. This was actually a lot of fun, and I had a lot of enjoyment with that. Again, if you want to go ahead and support my work, be sure to leave a like and be sure to subscribe. And if you want to see more kind of like this, be sure to go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, that is about it for now. Let me know how you like this style of video. If you'd like to see my face, if you do not like to see my face, you know, that's all up to you. But yeah, so that is about it for now, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.